Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Saeed bids farewell to His Excellency Ambassador of the Kingdom of Thailand accredited to the Sultanate. Agreements worth 115 million Omani Riyals are signed to implement fourth phase of Barka Independent Desalination Water Project. The Ministry of Health wins the Best Arab Strategic Web Award for the category of the ministries at the Arab world level. And celebration of Omani Handicrafts Main Day witnesses inauguration of marketing platforms and a plan to hold crafts exhibition in various governorates of the Sultanate. Live from the news center of the Sultanate of Oman televisions, here are the details. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Saeed received in his office today His Excellency Dr. Pornchai Davivatthana, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Thailand to the Sultanate, to bid him farewell at the end of his tour of duty. The Ambassador expressed his thanks to His Majesty the Sultan for the support extended to him during his tour of duty in the Sultanate from His Majesty, the government and the Omani people, which had enabled him to carry out his duty. He wished His Majesty good health, happiness and long life, and the Sultanate further progress and prosperity under the wise leadership of His Majesty. His Highness Sayyid As'ad thanked the Ambassador for the efforts he exerted in serving the good relations between the Sultanate and the Kingdom of Thailand, wishing him permanent success and the friendly Thai people further progress and prosperity. Arab Interior Ministers condemned the terrorist acts committed by extremist organization that came in Tunis' declaration to combat terrorism issued by the 33rd round of Arab Interior Ministers Council, which was concluded in the Tunisian capital. The declaration emphasized determination to continue combating terrorism, to deal with its reasons and to collect all efforts and capabilities to eradicate it and to strengthen Arab cooperation in this regard. The Sultanate's delegation was chaired by His Excellency Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal Al Busaidi, Minister of the Interior. Oman Power and Water Procurement Company signed today a number of agreements worth 115 million Omani Riyals with a consortium for Barka Desalination Plant. I was at the event and I have this report. In North Al-Batina Governorate, Wilayat of Barka, the biggest desalination plant to be established. Oman Power and Water Procurement Company, member of Nama Group, the sole procurer of all new power generation and water desalination capacity in the Sultanate, signed today a number of agreements to establish the Barka Desalination Plant Phase 4 with a consortium of Itushi Cooperation, Swiss, and WG Towel. The agreement was signed by Ahmed bin Saleh Al Jahdami, Chief Executive Officer of Oman Power and Water Procurement Company, and Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Mahrouqi, Chairman of the Public Authority for Electricity and Water, and by Mr. Toshiyuki Kosugi, Itoshi Cooperation Advisor, on behalf of the consortium.
The current growth in demand is actually huge in Oman for water, and the public authority and the Oman Power and Water Procurement Company has been working to develop and to ensure that there is adequate resources for the future. We have of course, signed today the Barka IWP, which is it's got a capacity of 280,000 meter cube. We are also in the process of finalizing and signing an agreement for another additional capacity of around 250,000 meter cube in Sohar.
This project is a very big project. Of course, the water is very important for the development of the society and the economy for Oman. We'd like to have a long-term relationship with this country. And so far, we are very much intensive in the trading of commodities such as French beans, gypsums, and Mazda vehicles. But now, this is a stage for Itochu Corporation to step into a new field of business, that is infrastructure development. Therefore, I think this water project is pretty much important.
The scope of the project, which will be located in Barki and South Al-Batna Governorate, includes the design, construction, ownership, operation, and maintenance of a high-efficiency reserves osmosis desalination facility with a total of 281,000 cubic meter per day, 61.8 million gallon per day of potable water output. The project will be structured as independent water projects, IWP, with OPWP purchasing the potable water produced by the project under a water purchase agreement with a term of 20 years. This project is the largest desalinated water capacity ever procured in the Sultanate. As such, it will be a vital addition to the main system, and it will positively contribute to the security of water supply in the country. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Crown Plaza, Muscat. The Ministry of Health won the Best Arab Strategic Web Award for the category of the ministries at the Arab world level. The award ceremony was organized by the Pan-Arab Excellence Awards Academy in collaborations with the Arab Organization for Social Responsibility and the Tatweej Academy, which was held in the United Arab Emirates. The ministry web excelled over 500 webs from 9 Arab countries. The research section of the academy conducted a prolonged study on the nominated webs at the level of the Arab world. Then it referred to technical experts in order to select top winners. The e-health portal received the jury admiration in view of its content, quality, and the delivered electronic services for the different communities, individuals that reached 114 e-services. The Sultanate celebrated 13th Omani Handicraftsmen Day through inauguration of a number of supporting events for handicraft sector, namely inauguration of 5 marketing platforms in the Wilaya of Matrah. The occasion revealed holding crafts exhibitions in various governorates of the Sultanate. The ceremony was presided over by Her Excellency Sheikha Aisha bint Khalfan Al-Siyabiya, chairperson of the Public Authority for Craft Industries. The celebration also included the inauguration of the electronic identity We Will Innovate and approving electronic attestation to facilitate the procedures of e-services for the society and encourage crafts work, in addition to help handicraftsmen to enhance their productive and promotional abilities. On the sideline of the celebration, Her Excellency Sheikha Aisha bint Khalfan Al-Siyabiya, chairperson of the Public Authority for Craft Industries, stressed that the current plan on crafts are focused on the strict controls in order to protect the sector, in addition to enhance the institutional role for craft industries by supporting handicraft groups instead of individual support. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman Television, and still to come in our news bulletin. The Ministry of Environment and Climate Affairs launched an initiative to plant Omani wild plants to shed light on its significance in reducing pollution, limiting soil erosion, and expanding the greenery. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. Moderate to heavy rains fell in the governorates and wilayas of the Sultanate, which were affected by deep air through a number of wilayas of the governorate of North Al-Batina and had heavy and moderate rains, causing some tributaries and wadis to overflow. And in the governorate of Musandam also had heavy rains, causing wadis of the governorate to overflow. View of fields of military cooperation existing between the Sultanate and the United Kingdom was at the focus of a meeting of His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Saud bin Harb al Busaidi, Minister responsible for Defence Affairs at Beit al-Falaj camp, with Lord Astor, advisor to the British Defence Minister. During the meeting, they exchanged points of view in matters of mutual concern. Encouraging and supporting families to improve their living standards through training on some professions were the center of discussions at the annual ceremony of Nida Al-Khair Voluntary Group. Through this activity, the group aimed to urge individuals and establishments to contribute actively in serving the society. Nida Al-Khair Group is one of the initiatives that contributed in raising the living and educational standards of the families in the Omani society through various programs run by specialists. Aiming to raise awareness among all segments of the society and activate their participation in protecting wild plants, the Minister of Environment and Climate Affairs launched an initiative to plant Omani wild plants. The initiative also seeks to shed light on the significance of wild plants in reducing pollution, limiting soil erosions, and expanding the green area. It gives individuals, public and private establishments the opportunity to get Omani wild plants for free to plant them under some environmental conditions. Oman Air concluded an agreement with Smart Cargo Company to provide computerized solutions to air freight operations. As from June, the agreement allows all partners of air freight or Oman Air to an immediate reach to information related to flow of air freight and goods from the United States, Europe and Africa, as well as air shipping them to multi-destinations in all Gulf region, the Middle East and South Asia. The agreement aims to strengthen Oman Air services in line with the international standards to achieve strategy of the company, which aims to put the Sultanate as a main center for logistics services on global trade map. It's worth mentioning that the Sultanate's national carrier currently operates a 40 airplanes fleet to 50 destinations around the world. As part of accompanying activities of the 21st Muscat International Book Fair, a seminar was organized last night at Al-Otabi Hall about the life of Egyptian journalist Mohammed Hossein Haikal, who had passed away recently. A number of writers and intellectuals took part in the event. The participants explained the role played by Haikal in Arab journalism and politics. They also talked about his devotion in his work building his glory in journalism. The seminar also shed light on his books and intellectual legacy. Due to the wide urbanization witnessed by the Niaba of Sinau in the Wilaya of Al-Mudhaybi, the Public Authority for Electricity and Water paid great attention to cover the Niaba with governmental water network. The authority recently finished implementation of expanding water network projects in the Niaba to deliver it to houses. The Water Quality Department in the authority is keen to ensure that water is safe and clean before it reaches the citizens and residents' homes. A number of topics related to services in the Governorate of the FAR were discussed by the members of the Municipal Council in its third meeting of the year. The meeting also discussed recommendations of Municipality Affairs Committee in the Wilaya of Sadah, which related to the industrial scheme plan in the Niaba of Hasik. Taking care of ear to avoid hearing loss, a logo adopted by Sur Hospital to celebrate World Day for Ear Care. It falls on 3rd of March every year amidst noticeable concern achieved by the hospital in diagnosing, providing services and hearing aid equipment for those who complain of reduced hearing. Celebrating Omani Industry Day and in continuation of the series of exhibition organized on this occasion, the Omani Products Exhibition was held in Nizwa Industrial Estate. The exhibition witnessed a wide participation by companies and small and medium corporates operating in this industrial estate, in addition to the participation of a number of women working in handicrafts industries. Seeking to highlight youth talents in the field of the arts, the Directorate General of South Al-Bulletin Governorate held a fine art exhibition containing 120 artistic paintings made by different schools. In addition, workshops to draw various aspects of nature were also conducted. And now for the general weather forecast. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the northern governorates of the Sultanate, with the chances of cloud accumulation and varied intensity rainfall, occasionally thunders and accompanied by hail on the governorates of North and South Sharqiya and the Hajar Mountains and nearby areas. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies. Winds over the coastal areas of Sea of Oman will be northeasterly light to moderate, while it will be northwesterly light to moderate along the rest of the Sultanate. Seas will be moderate along the coast of the Governorate of Musandam with a maximum wave height of 2 meters. Along the rest of the coast, it will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq bin Said bids farewell to His Excellency Ambassador of the Kingdom of Thailand accredited to the Sultanate. Agreements worth 115 million Omani Riyals are signed to implement the 4th phase of Barka Independent Desalination Water Project. The Ministry of Health wins the Best Arab Strategic Web Award for the category of the ministries at the Arab world level. And celebration of Omani Handicraftsmen Day witnesses inauguration of marketing platforms and a plan to hold crafts exhibition in various governorates of the Sultanate. Live from the news center of the Sultanate of Oman Television, we have presented to you 7 o'clock news bulletin. Thank you for joining us and good night.